Hi, welcome to Couture Art by Pat. I am getting ready to do a really large project. It is You Are Awesome, Smart, Wonderful, Beautiful, and Loved. And sorry, I haven't learned yet enough about how to record this and not have it be backwards. But I am going to do this on a very large board that I found at Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago at a 40% off. And I am really excited to do it, and I thought I was 100% ready to just apply the transfer to the board, and it dawned on me that I'm not even positive that I have waxed this yet. So I am going to wax it. I use Old Masters crystal clear paste wax when I'm waxing. I have a very old and loved washcloth here, and I'm just going to take a small amount of wax and I'm going to go in a circle. Because the transfer is a very large transfer, it's one of the more expensive transfers that they have. I want to take excellent care of it and make sure that I don't abuse it. And if I take really good care of it, I'll be able to reuse it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Did I say I could use it over and over? Anyway, I'm just going to go over real quick. And because this is a found surface, this is raw wood, well, it's probably been whitewashed. But I don't, I would just rather be safe than sorry. And not lose part of my transfer because I was in a rush. If you're new to Chalk Couture, welcome. And I want you to know that chalking is super easy. It is super fun. And by fun, I believe I'm qualified to say that. I've only been doing this since November of 2019, but I used to do decorative art, acrylic painting. Back when we lived in Texas, not Texas, gosh, that I didn't do anything but have babies there. California. We lived in California on Monterey Bay at Fort Ord for almost 7 years, and sometimes we need to use art or crafting as an escape from life. And at the time I had 2 teenage boys and 2 children under the age of 2. My husband had just come back from Korea, and I was going through some very emotional times. And so I started taking ceramic pouring out at Fort Ord. They had the best facility. They had porcelain, they had ceramics, they had glass blowing, they had wood shop, they had an art shop where they did oil classes and acrylic classes, etc., etc. It was really great. And I started taking ceramic classes, and I really had fun with that. You got to pour your slip and dry it and come back the next day and take it out of the the shape, the form, whatever. And you know, when you have, now I'm not putting any finger blaming on any of my kids, but when you have little kids, things get broke easy. And it dawned on me that I'm making stuff that's breaking. How about looking at something that didn't break? And that was when I started taking Bohemian toll painting classes, and it was called Bauer and Malerai. And it was a lot of fun. And I practiced an awful lot. I took a lot of classes. Traveling artists would come into the area too. And I was able to pay for my professional, I don't know, traveling artist classes by teaching. And it was a lot of fun, but it was also extremely time consuming. So chalking in itself is super quick. You're gonna want to take time to prepare your surfaces. You want to take time to make sure that your pastes are of a spreadable consistency. You want them to be creamy, much like a yogurt or a sour cream. And if they're not, they're going to impair and slow down your project. So once you get all those little things taken care of, the project itself is easy. This is an extremely large transfer, and I think this is probably the largest size they have. I believe it's called an e-transfer. Let me look here real quick. Yes, it's an e-transfer. So it is costly. So I want to take good care of it, and I have used it once before. It's already been fuzzed once, but we're going to go ahead and fuzz it again, just so that I can have you guys, so we don't miss a step, okay? And as you see, I wrote on the back of mine, back. And the reason is there's two sides to the backing. One is the shiny side, and that is going to go against the sticky side of your transfer. Okay, and my fuzzing cloth is handy. So I'm just going to lay it face down here. Like I said, I've already fuzzed this transfer. So for right now, I'm just basically going to go through the procedure for you. And this project is actually going to be a graduation gift for my nephew's daughter. I did one for my granddaughter already, and hers was on a banner. And because I found this surface at the Hobby Lobby store, and it was so reasonable. It was in the unfinished wood, and it was 40% off. So I just was pretty excited about it. Now this piece lends, it leans to the left and the bottom. So I am actually going to use, I'm going to eyeball this. And it's going to be about 3/4 of an inch from the left side seam. And it's dropping really far off the top. But I'm going to put some sort of a design up here for But for right now, today, I am going to, we're going to do lifting and a little bit of ombre. Now I have peony, pink grapefruit, guava, couture, what is it, coral, and raspberry sorbet, oh, currant jam, sorry. Isn't that pretty? So I have 5 colors. I have 6 lines. So I'm going to stop with the darkest on the bottom, but I'm going to start with the pink on the top. I'm going to finish with the currant jam here. And on these, I'm going to blend. So I'm going to bring them down. Because the project is so big, I apologize in advance for, you're not going to be seeing 100% of this. Let me see. If I pull this down a little bit, bring it over there. Okay. I did already get my pastes prepared. I have some Lysol disinfectant here. But I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I am going to tell you I want to make sure that these are down really solid, but I don't have any air bubbles, because what's going to happen is I'm going to be lifting in the different colors, and if these below here aren't down solid, I have a tip. It could very well bleed through. See, there's a bubble right there. Okay, I'm going to stand up so that I can face this over the top. And the first thing I'm going to do is get some pink. Actually, it's peony. And I'm going to take my squeegee. My small squeegee is big enough. Scrape off the excess. See, this part goes so fast. It's almost like you almost need more prep beforehand. And now I'm going to lift this. I see I missed a spot because I had a clump. I'm just blowing it a little bit. Now I'm going to gently lay this back down. It's all going to fall into place. I'm just about to the bottom of that jar of disinfectant wipes. I'm going to clean off my medium-sized squeegee, or my small squeegee, so that I could use it for the next project, or the next color, sorry. This I'm going to just dribble along the top. My husband came down to take care of his laundry, and he's probably wondering if I'm losing it. Talking to myself. I'm going to do this real fast, as you can see. Clean this off. And now I'm going to take the guava. And I'm going to make sure that these colors meet each other. Set that down and take my finger and blend these together by tapping. I want to do this fast so that it doesn't start to dry before I get them blended. I'm going to take my squeegee. This excess is not going to go back into the jar. I'm going to wipe this off with a towel. And I'm going to lift again. No, I'm not. I'm going to blend this first. I see a line that I want it to be blended more. And here. Oh, I love this. It's going to be awesome. The reason I'm lifting this is so that the paste does not dry on the transfer while it is still attached to the surface. Okay, gently lay that back down. Clean off my fingers. Get rid of this messy stuff here. Okay, and I'm going to do the top half. With the guava, which is actually the bottom half of what I put down there. And then I'm going to take my Couture teal. Scrape off the excess. And blend. And I'm going to take this clean squeegee. This is not going to go back into the paste jar. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, I'm going to lift. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm blowing a little bit. And lay back down. And get ready for the next row, which will be, you know what? I'm going to do this one all one color. Where'd you go? Scrape off the excess. Clean off the squeegee so I'm ready for the next round. And lift. Lay back down gently. Now, we're just about out of the recording area. There we go. Okay, so this area is going to be the teal and the currant. Not teal, sorry, coral. Now I kind of am using a lot of paste right now, and I think it's just because I want to make sure I have enough to go across and cover without having to go back into the jar of paste. Scrape off the excess at the top. See how fast that goes? It's crazy, isn't it? Okay, and now I'm going to put the currant jam at the lower area here. And bring this up. Scrape off and tap to blend. Definitely can tell I have enough. I forgot to take off the excess of the plum or currant jam. Maybe I should do that now. Well, I'm making a nice mess. I mean, a royal nice mess. Now, if you're blending this and it's not moving and it's not blending, you can dampen your finger just a little. Okay, I'll lift this up again one more time, and then will be the last color. I see I want to smooth that out just a little more. I seriously never thought that I was going to be able to put it back so neatly. So I'm silently doing a dance here because it did turn out pretty darn nice. I like this a little more blended. And it's still plenty damp. There we go. Okay, real quick. Look at that. I have ink everywhere, or paste everywhere. And we're done. I do see a couple areas that I'm going to take a paintbrush and tidy up, Now this large transfer is going into a bucket of water I have on this chair next to the edge of the table. And as long as I have the sticky side wet, it won't give me a problem when I come to clean it. Okay, I kind of have a unique, where are you, camera? A unique shaped paintbrush that I'm going to just tickle it underneath there and wipe it on a cloth to tidy this up here. And I saw a little space in here that I kind of got a little sloppy with. I'm going to get rid of this too because this is just an accident waiting to happen. You can take a Q-tip and tidy up some of this stuff with a Q-tip too. If you do use a paintbrush, make sure you squeeze as much water out of it as you possibly can. But actually, overall, this turned out pretty fantastic. This is, like I said, the second time I've done this pattern, this transfer. And this time did go a lot easier. So maybe it was the prep work that helped. But I just want to thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the piece. As much as I enjoyed doing it for you, it was just a little over a half an hour to do this. And I'll probably spend about 10 minutes cleaning up after y'all are gone. So thank you very much for the time that you spent to watch this. Please message me if you have any comments at all. And I'll be happy to help you with any questions that you might have. Thank you so much. Thank you. Much love from Pat. Bye-bye.